Be aware of what's around you.
Okay, good.
Getting into space when there's no one there.
Okay, good.
Making options for passes.
Making options for passes. So what we're going to try and work on is recognising when there's space, how to exploit space to the best of our ability. Okay, we're going to do some little practices. So the first one is just an idea for me to set some criteria for success. Then we'll go into a bigger grid practice, and then we'll go into a match game. So age groups, what we got? Under 13s? All under 13. So even the giants? Yeah, even the giants. Okay. Good. If we think about recognising space, what do we think about people who can't keep still with the ball? Should they give it to someone who should or can? What do you reckon? No, I'm going to disagree with you. So you need to give your ball to someone who can keep it still. Okay? So, the behaviour we're looking at. So behaviours drive positive performance. Okay? So if we're not going to do quality behaviours in relation to spatial awareness, we're not going to improve it. So our attitude to it needs to be great. So the behaviour we're going to look at is commitment. I want you to tell me what unsuccessful commitment looks like when recognising space. And we're going to write it on this board. So if you come over, we'll just scribe a couple of things down that we're going to try and stick to. So unsuccessful commitment when recognising space. What would it be?
Into space. Going into wrong angle. Walk into space.
Walking. Okay. We'll go with walking. So think about before we do anything, what do we need to do to see if there is space? So if we're going to say unsuccessful would be not looking, scanning. Is scanning a word you're happy with? Yeah? So we'll put scanning. Pen's rubbish. Cheers then. What else then? So we've recognised and scanned. We're not going to walk. What would be the next thing that we want to do?
Cool.
So communication. So I'm thinking more of this at the moment as an individual. So you've scanned, you've looked, you're going to travel into the space. What are you going to do?
Shape your body. Shape your body.
Shape your body. Okay, you might have the ball. You may have it. So we can drive into space with the ball as well as not have it. Okay, so the other thing I would suggest then, unsuccessful would be not doing it on transition. So sometimes when we win it, we want to transition quickly. Is everyone comfortable with what transition means? You know I'm going to pick on someone to explain it now, so you can't just nod your head. Okay, at least you were honest, well done. Okay, so Tottenham, what's your name?
Billy.
Billy, what do you think it is?
So moving from one place to another, so you're transitioning to go into space.
Okay, good.
Moving from the fence to the wing or somewhere like that.
Brilliant. And the way we look at it in football is we have the ball, we lose the ball, or we win the ball and then we try to do something with it. Okay, so they're the transitions. So I'm going to put down there, slow, the pen's not going to write because it's too much due. Slow transitions. So the other stuff down the middle is successful. So this is stuff that we should do and we shouldn't get praised for. So tell me this type of stuff that you think is essential then around commitment to recognising space, things that you should just do. So we've put not walking, we've put, what was the other thing? Scanning. What was the thing after that?
Transition.
Good. So if we say that we're expecting that to happen, success is we run into space or we transition into space quickly. Yeah, we scan as much as we can. And on transition, our decisions are really sharp. So at the end of the day, you've been to school today, everyone? Mm-hmm. So you might be a bit tired, brains might be a bit lazy. So we might not see that as much. Exceptional then. So what would be amazing when we go, oh wow, look at that. That's above and beyond. What would be exceptional? Who's the best scanner you know used to be a professional footballer?
What is it in there?
Centre midfielder. Be the best, exceptional.
Xavi, Iniesta?
Xavi Iniesta, the one I was thinking of was Lampard, but if you think Xavi Iniesta, we'll go with that. Okay, so scanning all the time, checking your shoulders all the time, looking for space. That would be exceptional, yeah? So that's what we'll go with first. So if you see exceptional, you have to raise it and tell everyone. We'll get to a little system that we can use to help us. So we've got 15 players, is that right? Yeah? So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with these two areas over here. And we'll have one area with 7 in, one area with 8. Hey, look, see, is that brain still sharp? Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what I'd like is everyone who was born in September down this end, and then going up to the end of the season that way. You've got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boys, why are you so slow? And why have you got on that ball again? That's your second warning. Oh, he's in trouble, this one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, stand over there. That includes you, Biggin. Come on. You're over there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to go along the line and ask you to go and stand in those teams. 1. Stand with 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 16. Someone snuck in. Done that? So your group put on the red bibs. Your group put on the yellow bibs. 2, 3, 4. Your group put on the green bibs. Okay, so we're going to get in a little agreement here. If we're going to commit to being the best that we can be, every time that we do something, when I blow the whistle and bring you in, do you think you should walk in or jog?
Jog.
Why? Go on. Show good effort, but what does that also allow us to do more of if we run in and run out? Keep the lesson flowing. Brilliant. So this group versus this group, you're going to come over here. Yeah? How many footballs we got?
3.
We're going to demonstrate with this group, and then the other group are going to go and play at the other end.
We're doing
Non-bibs in there. How many balls you got, Dunk? Chaps, you need to come over and watch, otherwise you're not going to know what to do. Yeah, I will need some more, mate. Okay, so greens, you're going to be the catchers. Do you need that coat on? You're going to get red hot in a minute. You don't think so? Okay, I'll make sure you run the most then. Okay, ball each for the greens. Okay, remember, is that being the best that you can be in every time and everything that you do? Because all I'm going to keep doing is pulling you up for that. Okay, so ball for the non-bibs. Ball for the non-bibs. Don't give them that dud one. Kick that dud one away. Yeah. A ball for the non-bibs. A ball. Okay, so your job. Can you see the area? Marked out by orange cones on top of white cones. Here. We've got another one over there that they'll use. Your job is to pass through these gates as quickly as you can. Your job is to dribble those footballs and try and block them. How many gates are there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No.
Okay, so there's 5 gates. How many of you?
There's 7 altogether.
Brilliant. So these 4 can only cover 4 gates. So there'll always be an empty one. You need to move the ball to the empty gate. That's how you recognise where space is. You're going to show us if you can do it. You have to dribble that ball and block the gates. You cannot stand in front of the same gate for longer than 3 seconds. Ready? Let's see how you get on. Play. So remember, chaps, what you're looking for is who's being successful, who's walking, who's not scanning, yeah, who's not transitioning quickly. So see if you can spot anyone who's not doing the things that we said. Okay, good. Well done. So you've had a go. Is it quite straightforward? You know what you're doing?
Yeah.
So, chap, what's your name?
Bailey.
Bailey. You have to keep count. Once you've gone through the 5 gates, that's the game over, and we're going to time it to see how quick you go. Do you think you can do the same as a group in the other box?
Yeah.
Okay, so the reds will need a ball each. Yellows will need a ball between them and need to pass it and move it. Okay, I'm going to come up and see if you're better than this lot. Okay, so come in, chaps, come in. So you've had a little go. We've seen how we're trying to do it. So if we're thinking about recognising where space is, yeah?
Yeah. Yep.
What can you tell me about what you're doing to help you do that effectively?
Communication and movement.
So movement, what types of movement?
Like spatial awareness and angles.
Are you just saying words?
I'm trying to think of it.
Yeah, I think he's just saying words.
Angles.
Scanning
For 3 gates.
for the spare gate, yeah? When you notice a spare gate, what are you supposed to do?
Run and pass it.
Move the ball quickly, so transition to the new space quickly. What else? Should we walk or should we jog it?
Jog.
Okay, so play the game again. See how quickly, Bailey, it's your job to count how quickly your team can get round the 5. Okay, what's your name? Oi, Trouble, what's your name? Tommy. I knew you'd be a Tommy. They're always trouble, aren't they? Right, Tommy, you have to count as well to see if Bailey's cheating.
There
Yeah?
have to be 5 different gates.
5 different gates. That's all right, we can have a punch up. It's okay. Ready? Play whenever you're ready. Okay, good. Stop there. So you've had a little go. Over you come. Don't be the last one in. Remember, we said we're jogging to everything we do. He's not jogging. What should we say to him?
Jog.
Yeah. Okay, so the yellow team. If we're going to be successful, what did we say we were going to do over there?
Scanning
Scanning. Why?
to look where the spaces and where the players are.
Okay, so what do you need? What is telling you where the space is in here that's going to help you?
The gates.
The gates. So can we see where the empty gate is and move the ball quickly to the empty gate? Yeah?
Yeah.
When we move, are we going to walk or are we going to move fast?
We're going to move fast.
When we recognise that the gate's empty, are we going to transition slow or fast?
Fast.
Right, what's your name? Zach. You're going to prove it then, Zach. Okay? As a group, where's your ball, Zach? Who are the catchers? Why has he got your ball? Can't you look after your ball, Zach? Oh my goodness, Zach. Right, so you're going to have a go. You're going to see how quickly you can get round the gates. What's your name? Joshua. You're going to count for your team, Joshua. Okay, what's your name? Ty, you're going to count. We're going to see how quick you can do it. Ready? Play! Tommy, how are you getting on? Okay, good. Stop. So when you get to 5, what do we do? Do what then? Well, why don't they get a go at it? Yeah? Switch over. What's your name? Well done, Kian. Brilliant. So you're not just saying stuff now for the sake of saying it, you're saying brilliant stuff. So swap over. What score did you get, Bailey? What was the time? 5-1. He's gone back to saying random stuff again. How many seconds did you do it
He
in?
didn't count that.
I think it's
That means that you are champions, Tom, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Bailey didn't bother counting. Swap over. Let's see if you can beat 0 that the other team did. Okay, coaches, if you want to come in, I'll just explain what we're trying to do. So if you just come round, just so you can hear me. So what we're trying to do with the players, space recognition. There's one spare gate always. They should be able to find the spare gate and move to that quite quickly. The purpose of the success criteria is to hold them to account. They decide the success criteria. We go then, okay, how much can we commit to that success criteria? So if we start to look in a minute, now they're up and running and playing, I can start to look to see who's scanning. I can start to see who's not walking, who's... So if we look at recognising space, they're still following them around like, sheepdog. And then we're also going to look at who transitions quickly. So can they recognise there's the empty gate, move to it quick? In a minute, we'll introduce a little rule of 3 where they have to start managing each other and they have to recognise self. Am I doing it? Am I not doing it? And if they're not doing it, can their mate recognise how to help them? And then if I have to as coach, I'll step in and help. Okay? At the moment, it's working in a small group to shift the ball around. So if you look at Tommy, is he passing to his mates? It's the Tommy show, isn't it? Okay, so we need to encourage Tommy to recognise, to shift the ball to your mates, you'll get around the 5 gates quicker than you hogging the ball all the time. Is that okay? And then what we'll do is we'll go into a bigger grids practice in a minute where they'll have to pass and move into bigger spaces and recognise where's the best space to attack. Good to see you, mate. How are you? You good? He signed you off or not? Yeah, done. He did, right? Really? Just. Okay, good. Tom, over we come. So what did I recognise that Tommy was doing when he had the ball?
Screaming.
Ball hogging, was he just holding on to the ball all the time? What have you got to do when we stop?
Stop the ball.
Give the ball. Give the ball to someone who's not going to kick it around.